One of the biggest issues in relationships and dating is lack of communication. There are so many individuals who are making assumptions of what happened, what's going on, and reacting off of that rather than gaining clarity or giving clarity in the situation. And it's that lack of communication that creates confusion. The confusion creates chaos, and then the whole thing blows up. So you have some situations where two people could have easily resolved the problem by simply talking about it or by simply having known how the other person felt. But because that did not occur, there is no resolution. But not only is there not a resolution or the forwarding of that relationship, the individual who has not expressed themselves is more than likely now going to carry damage, emotional baggage with them, because you have now suppressed your emotions, suppressed your feelings, and you're carrying that with you to the next situation. That's extremely unhealthy. So not simply for the sake of, can we fix this current situation with the guy pulling away? No, for the sake of your emotional health, you should express yourself. It is always great to get things off your chest in a calm, loving manner, as best as possible, calm and loving. All right. Therefore, you can walk away knowing I spoke my piece. They know where I stand. They know how I feel. Now, again, some situations that man may discover something that he was not aware about that can now create reconciliation, or it may simply expose even more that he was not serious, he's not the one for you, whatever. Either way, you're going to have much better closure, a greater ability to move forward, and you won't risk carrying emotional baggage with you. So do not make the mistake of not expressing how you feel. Second mistake women make when men pull away is internalizing the issue. All right. So in my other video, the reasons why men pull away, one of the things I mentioned is that you don't always know what happened. All right. And it could be various reasons. And sometimes the man pulling away has nothing to do with the woman herself. It could be something tragic happened in his life or something that he does not know how to handle properly. It could be, again, he could have met somebody new. All right. There's various things that can happen that could be completely out of your control. But one of the mistakes that women make is that they internalize why he pulled away. They immediately make it about what was wrong with me. What did I do wrong? And listen, you should not be beating yourself up like that. Now, granted, there are going to be situations, if we're going to be completely honest, where our behavior could be the catalyst to somebody walking away from us. That's the reality. But if you don't know what the reason is, there's no reason for you to beat yourself up trying to overanalyze something that you're not going to get a clear answer from. Now, if you know deep inside there were some things that you handled improperly, that's different. But I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. I simply want you to reflect on it, understand it, make the corrections. That's it. All right. But if you don't have any clue, any idea what went wrong, don't start trying to grasp at different straws. Don't start trying to ask 10 different people what's their opinions. And now you have all these different scenarios playing in your head, because all that's doing is driving you crazy. You're not getting any peace from this. And again, if he's not giving you the clarity, then you're not going to be able to get it by trying to guess. You can't come up with the answer yourself. So there's going to be times where we just have to accept they just weren't for us. And that's the reality. Sometimes you can be an amazing woman, an amazing human being. You could be someone that he actually views as a good woman, but that doesn't mean he viewed you as the woman for him. So him walking away doesn't mean there's something wrong with you per se. It just means that the connection wasn't there or the fit isn't right. You know what I'm saying? And better that we acknowledge that early on than to force a relationship, or in many scenarios, force a marriage with two people who don't really belong together. All right. So again, do not internalize when he walks away, but always be willing to hold yourself accountable for where you know. And that's like the key. The key is, you know, when you've behaved or you've done things that were unhealthy or may have caused problems in any relationship. The number 3 mistake that women make when men pull away is acting like you don't care. Key word, acting. All right. Trying to fake disinterest and act like it doesn't bother you because you don't want to give him that satisfaction or that power over you, or whatever the case may be, it may make sense to you. And I'm sure there's some of you right now that's questioning, well, why would that be a mistake? It's a mistake because it's unhealthy. It's a mistake because, again, one, connecting back to the number one reason, when you have not fully expressed yourself or how you feel, let's just say there's a scenario where guy is dating you, guy is making effort, but he doesn't feel like you're giving the effort back. He doesn't feel like you're reciprocating the interest and desire. So now he pulls away, not because he did not like you or wasn't serious about you, but he didn't feel like you were serious about him. So now, in that scenario, if you act like you don't care, if you fake this interest, you've only killed the situation even more, without realizing that had you simply let him know, hey, this is how I feel, I do like you. Maybe you were holding back because you were scared. Maybe you were holding back because you just feel like you want to be extra cautious because you've jumped too far ahead in your past. Whatever it is, simply saying that may have solved the issue. But instead, you go into faking like you don't care, and you may kill the potential of that relationship if it could go somewhere. Or, going back to what I mentioned earlier, you acting disinterested is unhealthy because you're suppressing your real feelings and desires. And so now that acting like you don't care becomes a toxic cycle. It also becomes a suppression of emotions. It becomes a lack of healing that you will now carry with you into other relationships. So one way or another, don't play the game. And that's the other thing. It's a game. When you act, keyword again, act like you don't care, you're playing a game. And if you watch any of my videos, you know I'm not about those games. And I'm not going to encourage any of you to be playing any games. So check that at the door. Leave that alone. Be true to who you are. Express yourself. If you do care, it's okay. It's okay to accept and acknowledge that you care about something that hurts you, that is bothering you. That's how you work through those emotions. That's how you get to your healing. To heal, you must face the pain. So don't act like it doesn't bother you when it does. And that way you can address it properly and resolve it, whether it turns into reconciliation with that individual or you being able to properly move on from that man. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Relationships are the key to a successful life. But there's 5 areas that we have to be mindful of when it comes to relationships. There's relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with family and friends,